Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Everyone please. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Prabhupada, Krishna Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada. भगवान मंगल हरि नाम संकीर्तन की श्रील प्रभुपाद की ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरोः दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। Hare Krishna. So first of all, I would beg for forgiveness. I was late actually. Mother Emma is so enthusiastic because with her loving and affectionate words attract all of us over here. We had a different plan actually altogether. So Mataji is invited repeatedly, lovingly, affectionately, so we have to be here. We cannot resist it. Thank you so much, Mataji. So I am seeking blessings from all the Vaishnavas, Srila Prabhupada and Sri Guru Parampara, Sri Radha. What is the deity's name? I don't know. Do you have a name? Okay, Radha Krishna, Sri Gauranitai, and specifically from our beloved Revered Guru Maharaj. I am fortunate enough to speak in the congregations of this Malmo ISKCON on the beautiful, mysterious topics. The topics is the mysterious Lord Jagannath. So this subject itself has three words: the mysterious, the Lord, and the Jagannath. So out of these three names, if we'll go literally, Jagannath means the Lord of the universe. Jagat Nath, the Sanskrit word Jagat Nath. Nath is the maintainer. And Jagat means the whole world. So he is the whole universe actually, in fact. So he is the Lord of universe, Jagannath. So Krishna is referred as Jagannath also. In fact, Jagannath, Krishna and Gaura. Here Krishna and Gauranga is there, but the Jagannath deities are outside. In fact, it is being visible from outside. So all these three are the same persons. However, all three are in different moods. So Vasudeva Ghosh bole kari joda hath, Jai Gaur, Sai Krishna, Sai Jagannath. So Vasudeva Ghosh is the closermost associates of Lord Gauranga when he was there in these earthly planets in Sridham Mayapur. So the Audarya Dham, when the Lord Gauranga descended into this earth in this Kali Yuga, that time the land of the Gauradesh, the Bengal, currently this East and West Bengal, that province was completely dominated by this worshipper of Kali. Of course, worshipping Kali is wrong, we are not saying. However, doing all mischievous activities only for the sake of sense gratifications. If you'll go and ask for any great personalities, see maybe Mother Kali, is wrong. That's what was happening over there. So, all these Vaishnavas, before Lord Chaitanya's descent, were so much concerned about the deliverance of the world exclusively for the deliverance of this mischievous, the miscreant peoples who are there in this Gaudadesh, Bengal. Because of that, they have been regularly meeting and discussing what to do. So like this modern world, there are so many conflicts, tensions are going on. For that, naturally, the saintly persons are coming together and discussing what is the solution. So the saintly persons are always concerned about how the world peoples will remain peacefully without breaking the laws of the Lord. Similarly, one of the great Vaishnava Acharya, whose name was Advaita Acharya, was the head of the Vaishnava society in Navadvip. He came and sincerely prayed to the Lord, Krishna, you have promised me you will descend in this Kali Yuga and in this Navadvip Dham, in the womb of Mother Sachi, she is Sachinandan, and you will deliver the whole world by inundating the love of Godhead. So please come with a sincere prayer, Hunkar, and offering Gangajal and Tulsi unto this Saligram Sila. In India, some stones in the sacred rivers are the form of the Lord, which personally can talk, like we see in Vrindavan. Sri Radha Ramanji, who directly manifested from this Saligram Sila, who is speaking. Sometimes teeth are coming, sometimes not. He's smiling sometimes. Now it is happening. So the Salagram Sila, onto this Salagram Sila, Lord Advaita Acharya was offering the Tulasi and Gangajal and sincerely praying to the Lord, my dear Lord, please descend. It's already late. So because of hearing these prayers, his prayers, Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, the Nandanandana Krishna, planned to descend. And it was the Yuga Chakra, it was actual calculations was being given in the scriptures. Kali Yuga, the Prathama Sandhya, the first entrance, the first part of this Kali Yuga, he is supposed to descend. When he will descend? The previous Dwapar. There are 4 Yuga Chakra: Satya, Treta, Dwapar and Kali. It is revolving. The time cycle is divided in 4 yugas, which is revolving. So, Lord Brahma is the initiating engineer who took part in the secondary creation of this universe. So, Brahma's every day in Brahma's life, the Lord promised personally to descend, and the calculation is being given. In Brahma's one day of Brahma, the 12 hours day of Brahma, there are 14 manus comes. It's a bit difficult topic. 14 manus comes. Okay. And every manu accomplish this administrations of this universe for 71 Yuga Chakra, Satya, Treta, Dwapar, Kali. Likewise, 71 times. This much is the durations. Sahasra Yuga Paryantam. It is being explained in Bhagavad Gita, Brahma's lifespan. So likewise, 14 manus when passed, Brahma's 12 hours completed, and such is his 12 hours night. So in Brahma's these 12 hours, when the seventh administrator named Vaivasvata Manu, and out of his 71 Yuga Chakra administration, total administration 71 Yuga Chakra, Satya, Treta, Dwapar, Kali, 71 times. When the 27 Yuga Chakra completes, the 28th Yuga Chakra comes. In that first Dwapar, end of that Dwapar, Lord Krishna personally comes down. And in the same Yuga Chakra, end of Dwapar, Krishna performs Leela and went back to the divine Dham of Golaka. And in the immediate same Kali Yuga it is coming, in the same Kali Yuga beginning, the first part, Prathama Sandhya, Lord Gauranga descends. So in this way, Krishna and Gauranga are non-different. However, with the exceptional causeless mercy of Lord Narada Muni, in Dwapar, the Lord Krishna appeared or took the mood of Lord Jagannath when he heard in Dwarka, when all the queens were hearing the pastimes of Srimati Radharani and Gopis and Gwalwal, how they are so much affectionately serving Lord when he was in Vrindavan. When Krishna came to Dwaraka, I think you are able to connect these pastimes. Everyone understand this Krishna's pastimes. Krishna, for 11 years, he was there in Vrindavan. Then he left Vrindavan, came to Mathura. Then, after his pastimes in Mathura, he came to Dwarka. In Dwarka, he was always crying out of separation from the Brajavasis, because Brajavasis are so much affectionate. That doesn't mean Dwarka's queens and others are not affectionate to the Lord. They are. But the intensities of love, the reciprocations offered by the Brajavasis is uncomparable. nobody can be unto this power. So because of that, Krishna is not able to forget. So every day he was crying in the midst of night. He was crying, Radhe, Radhe, Braja Lalite, Gopike, Sasve. And the queens were worried about, my affectionate husband, ideal husband is there with me, and I have been trying to serve from all my capacity, all my sweetness, all my offerings. Still, he is not satisfied, he is looking for Srimati Radharani. So, they felt all these 16,108 queens, they thought something which was given or served or affectionately reciprocated by the gopis and Radharani, that we are not able to reciprocate at this point of time in Dwarka. So what is that intensity of service? What kind of mood they have, Srimati Radharani and gopis? So they want to hear. Actually, they wanted to hear those days. So they were looking for someone who can explain this, who personally observed these pastimes in Vrindavan and who can explain them. After explorations, they found one person who was there with Krishna and Braja, Vrindavan, and she was mother Rohini. Mother Rohini was the mother of Balaram. She was there, and Mother Rohini has come to Dwarka. So everyone requested Mother Rohini, Mother, please explain us how these Brajavasis were so much affectionately serving Krishna. How was that? Please explain us. So the Kautuka, intensity of attractions to hear about that pastimes, the Kautuka developed. Okay? And repeatedly they asked. So Mother Rohini was in dilemma, because she knew if she will start explaining about Braja pastimes, Braja Lila, Krishna and Balaram cannot resist to be here. They immediately run to Vrindavan. She knew that. So because of that, she was trying to avoid, she was hesitant to speak about Braja Lila. So even if at this point of time, Srila Prabhupada was saying, if we talk about Braja Lila, Krishna comes right here. This Brajavasis affectionate reciprocations are unparalleled. But in spite of that, repeatedly all the queens requested Mother. Then one day, Mother asked, book a big hall where all this 16,100 queens can sit peacefully. And there should be no disturbance come out from outside to inside. And peacefully I'll explain. And make sure that the gate should be closed and someone is observing in the door. Now, all these 16,108 queens are eagerly waiting to hear who will take this service of guarding the gate. Who will be the gatekeeper when the katha will go on. So they all sister-in-laws convinced their only one sister-in-law, Nanand जिसको बोलते हैं ना, Nanand, Srimati Subhadra. So who is the sister of Krishna and Balaram. My dear affectionate sister-in-law, sister, would you be able to help us? They said, we'll give whatever you want. In India, the sister-in-laws and Nanand and Bhavi, and English the same word, sister-in-law and sister-in-law. So Nanand and Bhavi, these two are very sweet relations. So they all convinced their sister-in-law Subhadra, please take this service. And Subhadra finally agreed. She thought intelligently, okay, let them sit inside. From the gate itself, I can hear the Krishna Katha. She was intelligent. Inside, in one hand, she will get the gifts from all the bhabi, and other side, she could also get the chance to hear same Krishna Katha. She was intelligent. So now the arena was set, and the Vyasasana is being put. Mother Rohini was set in Vyasasana. All queens are sitting, and the gatekeeper responsibility is took by Mother Subhadra. She was in the gate doorstep. Katha started. Mother Subhadra was hearing attentively. The purpose is, being the doorkeeper, she will not allow anyone, including Krishna and Balaram. So secret Katha. It's sacred and secret. So Mother Subhadra agreed upon that. I will not leave brothers. But whenever Krishna Katha happens, Krishna doesn't need his ears to hear it. He is Antaryami. Sarvasya chaham hradi sarnivisto. Krishna says, not me. Matta smriti jnanam apohanam cha. Krishna says, I am that personality of Godhead who is sitting in everyone's heart in the form of Paramatma. From me comes three things. One is remembrance, forgetfulness, and the knowledge. So these three I am giving to everyone. If I will think of making forget something from someone's heart, he will forget. So in India, we are teaching our students, if you are really going to appear for the exam, better pay obeisance to the Lord. Being Paramatma, whatever you studied, he will make you remember. If he will not allow, you cannot remember. So better to pay obeisances. And that is true. So Krishna understood the heart of Mother Rohini and all other queens. See, then he was in administration discussions because he was the king. So Krishna, when the Krishna Katha started, Krishna couldn't resist himself in this Dharma Sabha, the assembly. He forgot everything, somehow taking pardon, taking in some excuses. He came out from the Sabha, the meetings, the assembly, and ran to the hall where the Katha was going. And by that time, Mother Subhadra was attentively hearing from the doorstep, keeping her arms stretched because someone should not enter inside. Okay. So the Katha was so intense, so intense, so intense, so sweet. Hearing this, she developed Ashtasatvik Vikar. Means, if someone is getting angry in this material world also, his or her appearance changed, whatever the scientific reasons it may be. So likewise, when Krishna Katha someone here, the bodily structures, appearance, the external behaviors, everything changes. So Mother Subhadra, although she was putting her arms stretched, thinking of not allowing Krishna and Balaram inside, gradually her hands started getting synced. The hands get sunken, come inside. And while hearing, attentively she was hearing, the ear disappeared. Her eyes was widely opened, and gradually the lower person was disappeared. she sat down. So hand, legs, ears, everything disappeared. In this material world, someone logically cannot understand this. Because of that, this Lord Jagannath is mysterious. You can understand Krishna and his pastimes, but still that is difficult. You can understand Lord Rama, his pastimes. You can even understand the pastimes of Lord Narasimhadev. But it is very difficult to understand Lord Jagannath. And he is mysterious because it is very easy to approach him. He may not have his hands. So likewise, Krishna and Balaram was running, pushing, thrusting towards, and saw Mother, something is going inside, and Mother Subhadra appeared in this way. She forgot this external happenings. External consciousness was lost. Krishna came and saw Mother Subhadra. She thought something is wrong. She tried to hear what is going on. And when he started hearing about Krishna Katha, Smriti, Radharani, and etc., he also developed similar kind of bodily structures. By the time Balaram reached, he also heard about Krishna Katha. He also developed similar. So Krishna, Balaram, Mother Subhadra became. They manifested their Ashtasattvika Vikar. Their bodily structures absolutely changed. Okay? And the Katha was getting intense. Inside, queens are not having, the consciousness is something happening outside. The outside people are not able to understand what is happening inside. By this time, the interesting sage Narada, who is revolving throughout the world on his own whim, he doesn't need any airplane. And he was playing constantly the Veena. And while playing with this instrument, he was singing the Lord's name. Narada Muni bajaye bina Radhika Ramana naam. So when he reached saying Narayan, Narayan, with his words Narayan, when it entered inside Krishna, Balaram and Subhadra, they thought, oh, something is wrong. They again come to external consciousness and hence assumed the normal bodily features like Krishna and Balaram here. But Narada Muni said, oh my dear Lord, you cannot cheat me. You cannot cheat me. I observed your exceptional bodily features. I am not sure what is that. And that I have kept inside my heart. You cannot cheat me. Then the Lord said, no, this is not the time. Then Narada Muni requested, my dear Lord, I have humble request for you. In the Kali Yuga, please manifest in the form. And then the Lord blessed him, said, yes, let that happen. And he said, I will be Lord Jagannath, Lord Balaram will be Balabhadra, and Subhadra will remain Subhadra. So they are mysterious Lord. So with the request of Narada Muni for the well-being of this whole society, Lord Jagannath, Krishna Balaram became Jagannath along with Mother Subhadra. In this form, both Aishwarya and Madhurya, the opulent Lord and sweetness Lord, the both qualities are getting manifested. Because of this, he is mysterious. In fact, they are mysterious. Okay? And Lord promised, I'll appear in the southeast part of this Bharatavarsha, named Utkala Khanda, the Utkal province. And over there, on the bank of Bay of Bengal, I'll appear. And that happened so. He appeared in the form of Daru. Daru means, in Hindi it is said, Daru means the intoxicant. But Daru means, in Sanskrit, Daru means the wooden part, or you can say wood. The wood is also called Daru. So, Lord's all other forms are manifested in the Vigraha form, Archa form, either in metal or mud or marbles. But the Lord Jagannath is in the form of wooden form, that is called Daru. That is why it is called, in Odisha it is called, they are calling Jagannath as Daru Devata. Daru. Okay. So this Daru form has been manifested from Lord Nila Madhava. There is a beautiful pastimes. Indradumna Maharaj, who was holding this administrator, emperor of this whole world, and was running his administration from Avanti. Modern day it is called, what is that? Modern day it is an MP, Madhya Pradesh, Ujjain. Modern day Ujjain, it was called Avanti. He was holding the administration and was a staunch devotee of Lord Vishnu. He was always hankering, when my Lord will appear in front of me, I'll take darshan. So every day after administration's meetings, he will request, can someone please help me to show my Lord? But every day he was failing. He was hankering for. One day some saintly person appeared in this assembly and said, my dear Lord, already in the Utkala Khanda, in the Nilachal, means Blue Mountain, the Blue Lord named Nila Madhava is appeared. If you go there, you can take darshan personally. Then Indradumna Maharaj arranged everything. He is given this responsibilities in short, I can say. Vidyapati, who is the, we can say, the priest or minister. So Vidyapati took these responsibilities and ran towards the eastern part, southeastern part, and reached at the end in the hill and found a Sabarapalli, it was saying, means the pig eaters were living. And the head of the pig eaters, that village was what you call Vishwabasu. So Vishwabasu, somehow he found some message like a spy. Vishwabasu never said anything about his Lord's worship, but people's knowing that this person is going somewhere every day. When he is coming back, some mysterious smell is coming from his body. Very attractive smell, which is not from this world somewhere. It is something exceptional. So they were assuming he is going to this top of this hill, but where he is going nobody knows. And many people also tried to follow him. In between they lost. So this message was heard by the spy. Who is that? Vidyapati. So Vidyapati devised a plan to allure Vishwabasu. Because by his request he'll never allow. He was so affectionate serving the Lord that if someone else will see my Lord may go away, walk away. Because of that, he was so much greedy. My Lord should not leave me. That is exceptionally merciful, our Srila Prabhupada. He was manifesting in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Katha, Harinam, and this Archa form. Throughout the world, someone is qualified, unqualified, mine, others, enemy, friend. For everyone, he has distributed this, the form of Gauranga. So, Srila Prabhupada is exceptionally merciful. So, Vidyapati convinced somehow Biswavasu's daughter named Lalita. Even she wants to have a marriage proposal. He win over the heart of Lalita. Young girl Lalita got in. Please allow my husband to see Lord Nilamadhav. Biswavasu was devastated. He said, never ever possible. But Lalita said, it is possible, you have to do my father, otherwise my husband will commit suicide. So Biswavasu throughout the night he couldn't sleep. One side, sister will be in trouble. Other side, his Lord will go. Then he found a plan after praying to the Lord. He said, okay, I'll go and take this person, my son-in-law, to see the Lord. But I'll put a black cloth on his eyes, so that he couldn't find the path. So I'll take him to the Lord and let him take darshan. Again I'll put this cloth inside throughout the eyes, so that he couldn't see anything. Again I'll take him back. Vidyapati said, idea is good. Accepted hai, manzoor hai. I accept it. So Vidyapati requested Lalita, you please help me. Before tomorrow leaving, you please make up my prasad and also get ready with a bag of mustard seeds. Lalita did so. Nobody knew what is happening. Nobody knew. So Vidyapati was intelligent, Brahman, he was a spy. So he sat in his chariot In fact, they were walking. Two pastime, different places are written differently. So they were walking. So while they were walking, one hand has been kept because he is not able to see by his father-in-law, and the other hand is free, and bag is in the right hand. So what he is doing while walking is throwing some mustard seeds continuously. So they went and took darshan. After seeing once Vishwavasu saw, he saw so many other things. I am cutting this short. Lord Nilamadhav said, Vishwavasu, today is your last day of service. I have to go to my different pastimes becoming Jagannath and take opulent service. So Vishwavasu devastated. He said, this rascal, my son-in-law, he came over here, my Lord is not living. He said, I'll not make, you were thinking of committing suicide, and now I'll murder you. So at that time, Lord says, no, this is my sweet desire. Do not kill him. In fact, he will be a nice servant, and also I will allow you to serve me when I take the form of Jagannath. So Vishwavasu is having doubt. My Lord, is it possible? We are untouchables, and the Lord is, and the King is so opulent, so aristocrat. He will never allow us, my dear Lord. The Lord said, you believe me, I'll arrange something. Then he disappeared. Nilamadhava disappeared. Then Vishwavasu and Vidyapati returned. Vidyapati came to home, and after that next day, the next night itself, he walked away without saying anything to Lalita, even to Vishwavasu. He left the home. He went because he is a mason. He went to the Lord, the king. He said all these pastimes, all these happenings, and said, I saw Lord Nilamadhava. Okay, but unfortunately, the Lord has disappeared. So the king was broken his heart, completely devastated. My dear Lord, after so many days I heard the news, we planned everything, now again you disappeared. Then the Lord again, the Akaswani, the voice, aerial voices come up saying, my dear Indradumna, you are my affectionate servant. You do not worry. Rather, you better go to that village. And closer to the village, you will get Vishwavasu, and I will arrange a meeting with him. And also, with my sweet will, I disappeared. However, I will be coming back in this Mahodadhi of this Utkal. Mahodadhi means, so Mahodadhi in Jagannath Puri, the sea, the ocean, Indian Ocean. The Indian Ocean, the beach, golden beach, people are going for whatever purpose it is. But this golden beach, a particular place is called Chakratirth, another place is called Mahodadhi. Both are beach, sea beach. And the Mahodadhi, in fact, I will come to this Chakratirtha by floating in the form of a 3 log of woods. So Gaur Govind Sai Maharaj was, when he was speaking about Jagannath Katha, he was particularly from Jagannath Puri, and Dham, and he was a pure devotee of the Lord. So Prabhupada blessed him. He said, other disciples, you all are neophytes. Gaur Govind was pure devotees from birth. So Gaur Maharaj, when he will speak about Jagannath Katha, he usually said, there Srimati Radharani's love was condensed and was put it inside three wood of logs, three log of woods, and those three were sailing, floating over this Indian Ocean, and that is Lord Jagannath. So when the love of Radhan is condensed and that is put inside the heart of, inside the woods, these three woods, separation from Radharani and Gopis, these woods will take a form of Lord Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra. And the pastimes goes on. Indra Maharaj came and rescued these woods, but it was difficult to take to the place where they will make the Archa Vigraha from the seashore, from Chakatirtha. Around 21 kilometers, 14 kilometers from Jagannath Puri temple. So how they will take it? Again the aerial voice comes. I need Viswavasu. Because he had a plan. He will unite both Viswavasu and Maharaj Indradam. So if Viswavasu will come by his closermost associations, I can go. Otherwise the woods will not move. So Viswavasu again was invited. Was a lower caste person. So all of them have come and brought up these woods, and now specially message was circulated throughout this country by Indra Maharaj, saying, who is the carpenter, the Silpi, will build this Archa Vigraha from this wood, log of woods. So many of these expert carpenters has come. They tried with their instruments. Everyone failed. Again, helplessly crying. Who is crying? Lord Indradamna. Lord means the king Indradamna. My dear Lord, now nobody is able to do anything with this woods. How we will build this Vigraha, Archa Vigraha? Then the ideal voices come. Someone will come very soon. Then a special person, someone says it is Vishwakarma Swayam, personally his descent. Someone says Lord himself descended. There is no exactly precise message. As a old carpenter who with his bodily appearance, if you see, that is quite impossible even to pick up some instruments. So Lord said, the king said, you will be able to do. How come you will be able to do that? He said, my dear Lord, you please believe me, please allow me. But I have some conditions. The Lord finally was helpless, nobody able to do. Let him do, let us allow him. He said, I need a closed room where I will do my service. I will prepare, I will build this Archa Vigraha. The door has to be closed till 21 days. After that, I will complete the work. So every day it was going on, work was going on. So if wood is being hammered, some sound should come regularly. So every day Maharaj Indradam and his wife Mother Gundicha, every day they will come and hear out of inquisitiveness, and separations is getting intense. When my Lord will come, I will see. So till 14 days, some sound was coming. They were assured something was going on. And after 17 days, They heard repeatedly, there is no sound coming out. They were scared. Maybe the old person died out. He may be died. There is no voice, no sound, nothing. They couldn't resist, but they were promised. So Indra Maharaj was promised. He said, I have promised, I will not open. So that's why Prabhupada says, men, they don't look for any emotions, they look for logic. Whatever promise is given, they will perform. But the mothers are affectionate. Some Mother Gundicha said, no, my heart is not allowing. Please open the door. How can we leave this old person helplessly? No, it will be offensive. So she couldn't resist. So door has been opened. And they saw nobody was there. Only this incomplete deities are there with partial built hands. There is no legs. Eyes are quite open. So seeing that, Maharaj Indra again devastated. My dear Lord, what kind of tests I am undergoing? Then the aerial voices come. My dear Indra, this form, right? This form is mine, personal form, and I want to be worshipped in the very same form. So please do not get disheartened. Take this and install me and start performing the services. And the same thing has happened. Indra Maharaj built a magnificent temple. So in that he planned to install the deities. Jagannath.H, not Sudarshan. So when he thought of installing the deities, he couldn't find an appropriate Brahman. He thought only Brahma can do. Indra Maharaj traversed all these 6 planetary systems and reached Brahma. So those days Prabhupada was saying, so interplanetary transmission was happening because of their own purity. So Prabhupada has written one book, a small book. Book name was Easy Journey to Other Planets. If someone has read, he was talking about antimatter there. Those days, Russia and Americans, they were contesting to reach to moon. There was a moon mission. And Prabhupada was saying in multiple lectures that practically if we calculate, our material science cannot reach to moon. There were so many discussions and it was then history. So Prabhupada those days thought, let me take this opportunity to preach Krishna consciousness. He was so intelligent. So he took up this topic. And those days, electron protons, people were saying atoms cannot be divided further. So electron proton has come. I think Rutherford also wrote as a scientist. Then they were talking about something inside is there. And they said electron proton cannot be subdivided further. Then Prabhupada, then there was a discussion and research was going on this antimatter. Prabhupada has given his classical scientific visions from Vedic literatures, saying antimatter is nothing but the living entity soul, which exists inside even the smallest atomic particle. And the soul can traverse simply by chanting Hare Krishna. He has explained very beautifully. Okay? And if someone will read this book, he will never feel it's some sentimental spiritual book it is. It is absolutely scientific book. Physical science, chemical science. The book is very small. Okay? So Prabhupada said the transmission is possible. So why are you investing so many funds, energies, intelligence, time? Simply chant, you can go wherever you want. So this is the power of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So Indradyumna Maharaj brought Brahma. By that time, so many yugas passed. As I was saying, the calculations just now. So many yugas passed. So there was a king who was holding administrations named Gala Madhav. Gala Madhav. And they, after so many yugas, the Indian Ocean came with the sands it covered up the magnificent temple. So Gala Madhav said, I discovered this temple belongs to me. And throughout the world knows that this temple belongs to me. So Lord Indradyumna claimed, this temple was built by me. Gala Madhav said, this temple belongs to me. We discovered. So there is a conflict. So Brahma intervened, still Gala Madhav didn't accept. Then there is a Sarovar, now it is there in Jagannath.H called Indradyumna Sarovar. So over there, whoever the architects, the carpenters, whosoever it is, building this temple, after Maharaj's departure, they were separated from Maharaj and gradually jumped into this Sarovar and they got tortoise body and they were there chanting the names of the Lord. So when Indradyumna Maharaj has come, they identified, this is my Lord, our king. So they all come up and started speaking in human form, means human voice. Maharaj has come and we are the evidence, we are the Silpis, the architects who built this temple. And Brahma assured this pastimes happened. Then Gala Madhava accepted. Then Brahmaji installed the deities with so many awe and reverence. Big feast, Harinam was going on. And the services was going on. And after that, Lord Jagannath was so affectionately said, you have been brought up me from Nilamadhav to Jagannath Puri giving opulent service. So, and you have arranged so many things, you have taken so many anxieties. So I want to give benedictions, Lord says. But the devotees are so intelligent. They said, what is the need of any benediction, my dear Lord? You are mine and me is yours. What is the need of any other? Amito tomar, tomito amar. What is the need of any other wealth? But Lord is irresistant. He said, no. Like Narsingadev was asking, ask Prahlad, ask some benedictions. Prahlad says, I do not need anything. But still, Prahlad Maharaj, being a 5 years child, giving arguments, my dear Lord, do you think I am a businessman? I'll take something in exchange of your service. The Lord said, no Prahlad, I cannot tolerate without benedicting you, giving the benediction to you. Prahlad said, my dear Lord, you yourself said, a best master is he who never gives any material benediction to his servant. And best servant is he who never asks for any material benedictions. How can I ask a benediction? So Lord Narsingadev was helpless, 5 years boy. So in the similar fashions, Lord Jagannath was willing to bless, give some benedictions, but Indradyumna Maharaj was completely resistant. At the end, no, you ask a benediction, one benediction. So at the end, mother was there, Gundicha, his wife, and the king. He said, okay, if you still want to give us something, let there be no offsprings in our lineage. My God, it was a devastating message to the Lord. What kind of benedictions, my dear Indradumna? You understand? I means will not have any children. This is the benedictions asked by Indradumna, and mother was there. Who is the lady will not ask for a son who got married? Is a good wife, good husband, but both are happily asking the Lord, let there be no offsprings. Jagannath was helpless. What kind of benedictions you asked Indradumna? Jagannath was crying helplessly. My dear Indradumna, you put me in a helpless conditions. You win over my heart. My heart is palpitating now. You please ask a second boon. Indradumna is completely resistant. You forcibly asked me to ask only one boon. Now I asked. You are asking me a second boon. The Jagannath again insisting. Baladev said, yes, Indradumna, you should ask. Now he is a Guru Tattva. So Indradumna Maharaj said, what should I ask? What should I ask? Is anybody knows what he asked, a second boon? So interestingly, Jagannath was thinking, I will reciprocate without taking any repayment. But the devotees are thinking in a higher spirit. They said, Jagannath is asking to second boon, what should I ask? What should I ask? Then with the mercy of the Lord, because he gives the remembrance, knowledge, Indradumna Maharaj said, okay, I'll ask another boon. You want to hear this interesting boon? Yes. What it would be? He asked, you please bless me, my dear Lord, in such a way that I will throughout my life continuously give you varieties of preparations, and you repeatedly will throughout the day and night you repeatedly will eat and eat and eat. And the benedictions is being asked like this, message is this, but benedictions was, you promise, my dear Lord, you benedict, my dear Lord, you will eat, wash your hands, before drying out your hands, you again will eat. This is the benedictions. You understand? You eat first, I'll offer a foodstuff, sumptuous foodstuff. You eat that. Wash your hands. After washing your hands, sometimes it will take to dry it out, right? So before getting it dried out, you again eat. I'll give this another offering. Again you wash your hands, again I'll offer. So that's what is going on since then in Jagannath Puri. Because of that is mysterious Lord. So these two benedictions, Jagannath was helpless. He said, asking for a benediction, imposing him, asking for a benediction is a curse to me. I will not ask further. So Jagannath was helplessly stopped asked for a benedictions. So this way, the Lord and devotees are competing with each other to serve, not to take service, rather to give the service. And service means, Kaviraj Goswami says, the love. Time is over, Mata? Oh, okay. Thank you so much. I am done now. So, Atmendriya Prativansa, Tara Nama Kam. Krishnendriya Prativansa, Dhare Premana. So, when we'll gratify our senses with this various kinds of material opulences, that is lust. But the same thing, if we utilize for the Lord's service, that will be the love. So love and lust, there is no much difference. The difference is, if we satisfy our senses with this material opulences, that is called lust, kama. And the same thing, if we utilize for Krishna's sense enjoyment, that is prema. अतएव कामे प्रेमे बहुत अंतर, काम अंधकार प्रेम उज्ज्वल भास्कर। सब काम और प्रेम में बहुत अंतर है। अंतर क्या है? वन इज अंधा प्रेम, अंधा काम, अंधा प्रेम नहीं। द लव इज नॉट ब्लाइंड, द लस्ट इज ब्लाइंड। द लव इज उज्ज्वल भास्कर। One can see the things as it is in right directions. If someone is loving or developed a loving, affectionate heart. So, if we will serve the Lord Jagannath in his appearance day, that is Snana Purnima, just last 11th June it was celebrated. There is the appearance, the day the installation has happened, because Lord Jagannath has not taken birth. He didn't perform that pastimes. So the day the deities being installed, they were bathed with so many waters. There are two kuwa well in Jagannath temple. What is called Ganga and Yamuna. They are cooked with the foods. One is Sona kuwa, the golden. There is no gold over there. Sona kuwa and golden well. From there, the 108 part of waters are being pulled out, and that day Lord Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra and Sudarshan are being bathed. Of course, Sudarshan's pastime is different. We do not have time today. He came in the form of a pole-like structure, whereas it was a Sudarshan Chakra. That's a different sweet pastimes again. So I beg your forgiveness. I was exceeding time. I started late, and I thought of speaking the Lord's Jagannath Rath Yatra pastimes also, but I was late. So please forgive me, please bless me, pray for me, so that we could serve sincerely to Guru Parampara. Thank you so much. Do anyone have any comments, any discussions, questions? Thank you so much, all these devotees of Malva congregations, and specifically Mother Emma, and all the Vaishnavis and Vaishnavas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lord Prabhu, being here today.